When an object hits the floor in Arden, it stays broken. Our reality is a space defined by these rigid, immediate physical consequences and the strict, linear march of time. These rules dictate the terms of our existence. We are bound by mortality, the ultimate physical limitation that ensures every life has a definitive expiration. While these laws feel absolute, Arden is actually a single, functioning organ of a much larger, unseen structure. It is one vibrating frequency and a vastly more complex geography. We are surviving on a fragile, localized island. The physical laws we rely on to stay alive are temporary, governing only this specific, tiny corner of a fractured universe. This larger universe is the silence, the cosmic corpse of a shattered god. We exist within the remains of a deceased entity. This diagram shows the layout of our fractured reality. Leaving Arden means entering 6 other planes, each an isolated organ vibrating at an incompatible frequency. These alternate frequencies systematically strip away the layers of identity that define you. Transplanar travel functions as a forced, progressive unmaking of the self. Every step away from Arden is a step toward total dissolution. The first descent leads to Ardi, the inverted mirror. It's a dark reflection where cities are constructed of jagged glass and bone. Physical mortality is no longer the primary threat. In Ardi, shadows have actual weight, and the environment shifts the burden of survival from the body to the psyche. Travelers face the inversion, a state of psychological torture where you are forced to watch your own life choices play out incorrectly over and over. Ardi weaponizes regret to begin the process of breaking you down. It proves that identity is just as vulnerable to destruction as the physical body. Deep travel requires crossing Lithara, the plane of dreams. It is a fluid, shifting landscape governed entirely by the subconscious. Without a physical anchor, you risk getting lost in a dream that isn't yours. Your own cognitive boundaries begin to soften and blur. Beyond the dreams lies Sorel, or pure memory. It's a crystalline desert, a library of every thought ever had, frozen into sharp, translucent structures. The danger here is static. Surrounded by frozen moments, your memories are actively overwritten by the thoughts of others. Without the shell of a physical body, human consciousness becomes highly porous. In these deeper planes, the mind is quickly absorbed and erased by its enmeshment. Below the mind lies Nokrel, the womb of the dead. This is a gestation zone defined by the crushing weight of absolute stillness, where souls wait to be recycled or forgotten. Past Nokrel is the interstice, a howling gray non-place. The laws of physics are entirely absent, leaving only a violent, swirling vortex of particles. This is the realm of the law of the veil. At this point, the cessation of identity is absolute. The self is irrecoverably lost to the void. Reaching the interstice marks the total dissolution of human existence. Nothing of the original traveler survives this depth. After 6 planes of dismantled reality, the geography ends with a final, sudden anomaly. This is the 7th, the domain of Orath. It is an area entirely devoid of all the hazards and unmaking found in the other 6 planes. The 7th is the original scrap of the silence, the only part that never shattered. This domain represents the uncorrupted baseline of the universe. It functions exactly as originally intended, maintaining the state of the god before the fall. This creates a fundamental problem. A mind forged in a fractured reality is inherently incompatible with an unbroken one. We survive the planes from Arden to the interstice only because they are broken into smaller, comprehensible pieces. This compares our shattered reality with the 7th. Orath's unbroken domain is an infinitely complex structure our consciousness cannot process. We survive only because our reality is broken. To face the unbroken truth is to be erased entirely.